Robots will take the jobs you don't want. Because robots will do the tedious duties, our children will be astronauts, artists, or travelers, whatever they choose to be. Modern robots are extremely powerful. They can carry huge loads, leap higher than Olympians, navigate hard terrain, rescue lives, provide protection, and even cause destruction. Robots are intelligent, practical, and potentially hazardous. This article highlights 10 incredible robots that are either now serving humans or are about to. Top 10 robots almost there or ready to take over. Surgical robot. More than 3 million patients have benefited from the Da Vinci robotic surgeon since its introduction in 2000. The surgical tool, according to its creators, allows doctors a 3D HD picture inside a patient's body and is completely under their control. The robot offers improved vision, accuracy, and control using small, wrist-mounted tools that can bend and twist. Automated cook. The robot kitchen, which is actually a fully functional kitchen equipment with two remarkable robotic hands, can combine ingredients and pound poultry. Additionally, it employs a food processor rather of knives because not everyone is ready to have a robot with blades in their house. Advertisements claim that the robotic kitchen operates with the same speed, sensitivity, and mobility as a human kitchen. To make sure of this, engineers captured Tim Anderson's actions while he was the BBC's MasterChef winner and instructed the kitchen to replicate every gesture, subtlety, and flourish of his. The kitchen's consumer version is scheduled to debut in 2018. Robo Shepherd. Although this cyber cowboy is still being developed, the most recent testing seemed promising. Swagbot manages crops, transports objects, and herds animals all by itself. Researchers from the University of Sydney and the Australian Centre for Field Robotics created the robotic shepherd to assist ranchers in some of Australia's rural regions, where towns and neighbours are hours distant. Cows were understandably wary of their new shepherd during field tests, so let's hope that with time, animals will get acclimated to robotic cowboys. Cyber farmers. Around the world, several robotic farmers are being developed. For instance, your backyard may be taken care of using the open-source farm bot. The hardware must be purchased, the software is provided free of charge, or find the parts. But wouldn't it be worthwhile to have a backyard robot farmer that you built yourself? AgBot is a prototype for an industrial robotic farming system that is intended to combat weeds. It has sophisticated software, cameras, and sensors that allow it to operate in autonomous groups. Together, the robots search for, identify, and categorize weeds. AgBot can either chemically or manually treat recognized weeds, as well as apply fertilizer for site-specific crop management. Robot warehouse personnel. The deployment of robots in warehouses by technical behemoths is not surprising. For instance, the Chinese business Everwin Precision Technology used robots to replace 90% of its employees in 2015. Foxconn, a supplier to Apple and Samsung, also automated 60,000 jobs. In its facilities, Amazon currently utilizes more than 30,000 former Kiva robots, and it plans to keep adding more intelligent devices. The automation process may now have the greatest impact on the warehouse industry, but warehouse employees shouldn't worry just yet. Amazon is still hiring. Drone messenger. It is indisputable that Amazon likes robots. They want drones in their delivery business for this reason, and it's not the worst concept. Imagine yourself receiving a gift from a flying drone while enjoying your morning coffee outside. Soon, I hope. It's not just Amazon. Drone delivery of pizza is already a thing. Delivery drones will be carried inside trucks and launched at various locations along their route, according to UPS's own strategy. However, many nations have very strong drone law rules, so it could be some time before we start seeing robo deliveries. Journalist AI. While hardware robots are unable to serve pizza to humans just now, their software brethren are getting ready to inform humanity. Quill, a program created by Narrative Science that generates natural language, has been taught to compose news articles. The articles are also rather readable. The energy sector, driven by stock selection in energy equipment and services businesses, was the primary driver to relative performance. The greatest individual contributor to returns was a position with energy equipment and services provider Oceaneering International. The choice of stocks affected relative outcomes in the healthcare industry as well. The most beneficial position was in the healthcare equipment and supply business. Although it might not win a Pulitzer, it effectively conveys the news, which is the primary objective of every news piece. Automated librarian. To handle all materials, a library occasionally needs a robotic librarian as well as a sizable automated storage and retrieval system. This is exactly what occurred in the library at the University of Missouri in Kansas City. The institution was able to save a ton of room by implementing a robotic librarian. Check it out yourself. Robot security guard. Some robots patrol retail spaces and city streets, protecting our possessions and maintaining law and order. The K5 robot, which is 1.5 meters, 4.9 feet, tall and 0.9 meters, 3 feet, broad, is outfitted with GPS, lasers, sensors, and cameras to help it avoid obstructions and keep an eye on its surroundings. K5 is already contributing to society in a number of locations, including San Francisco's Uber car inspection lot and Palo Alto, California's Stanford Shopping Center, where it patrols for known shoplifters. Automated soldier. Since the military has always been at the forefront of technology, it only makes sense that they are developing robotic tools for patrol, defense, and attack. Robots that remove mines from the ocean floor or patrol maritime boundaries have already been covered in our reports. Robots that can remove injured troops are also available, as are ones that can detect terrified breathing even through a wall. Here are fascinating insect-like robots that resemble little bees and are used for surveillance or espionage. Major breakthroughs are undoubtedly being kept under wraps, however we did come across a fantastic video of a robotic army dog that is intended to follow soldiers and transport supplies across difficult terrain. Enjoy. Making a list. Some scholars think that robots will replace humans in the workforce. News was further disseminated via headlines, which increased worries about job security. Other academics dispute the inevitable occurrence of an automation bomb, claiming that when it does occur, robots will generate new, highly skilled occupations to fill the void. Even more machines will enter our life at some point in the future. We'll have to wait and see which professions may vanish as a result of automation. And who knows, maybe the hard labor of machines will allow all of our children to pursue their interests and become astronauts, artists, travelers, or other as yet undiscovered vocations. More security experts will undoubtedly be needed in the near future to protect all of these robots from hackers.